And today we do a breakdown of Season 2, Episode 5 with Grant Cardone, also known as The Closers. Let's dive into it. And for me, for the very first time, I'm a real estate investor like Grant Cardone, just a little bit smaller for now. Okay, so it starts with day 21, and his current net worth value is $4,957.82. And by this time, he's been stuck in quarantine for 4 days. And he actually worked a deal with the landlord to get a computer that he can use as long as he gives a deposit in the meantime. So he's now working at home on a laptop, trying to get his business going. He says he's a much better people person, and by working with a laptop, he actually feels like he's in jail. He says he's gonna make it work, he just doesn't know how. Moving on to day 25. He's feeling much better and has much more energy by now. However, he does say he feels like he has lost his confidence with the lack of inactivity and him being sick during this time. And unfortunately, Matt said he had already hired, Matt is the owner of the gym and the mattress company, the one that fronted him to $10,000. He said that he has already hired a marketing team and now doesn't need Grant for the marketing. And the whole point of Matt giving Grant Cardone the $10,000 ahead was for Grant in turn to pay it back using marketing tactics. However, that's not needed anymore. And Grant's like, holy cow, I've got to go talk to him because I don't even know what we're gonna do now in order for not just to pay back the $10,000, never mind that, but to build $1 million company in the first place. So Grant comes up with a plan. He says, I'm going to pitch Matt 3 different ideas. 2 good ones and then 1 junk one, and kind of let him kind of narrow it down to let him know what he's most interested in. So Grant comes up with these 3 plans. He comes up with real estate, franchises, and promotions. And he says franchise is the junk plan and real estate is, well, obviously, you know, the one that he knows mostly about. And he actually located an apartment complex locally that Matt is even aware of, and he's gonna pitch this idea to him. We'll get to that here in a minute. And he's also gonna pitch him on promotions as well, which Matt is also interested in. However, it is imperative that Matt partners in on one of these deals or Grant Cardone is done. There is no way he's gonna make it. He said so himself. This deal is literally make it or break it. Grant says this real estate deal he can find, he's most likely going to need Matt to fund it. So it's gonna be a tough push. However, the way he works it is awesome. Check this out. So day 28, Grant Cardone gets his, or I should say Lewis Curtis, gets his COVID test back and it tests negative. Bingo, he can leave the house now, and he does. He's ready to get back on his feet, ready to make it happen. The very first thing he does is call Matt on the phone and go meet him in person to pitch his 3 business ideas. And when he pulls up in his SUV, he's sitting outside, Matt, you know, the owner of the gym inside, he's sitting in his SUV and he goes, my name is Lewis Curtis. My name is Lewis Curtis. My name is Lewis Curtis. Because he wants to go in there so bad and be like, what's up, dude? It's Grant, you know? And like, he keeps having to tell himself his name is Lewis Curtis. So when he's pitching this real estate deal to him, he doesn't accidentally slip up and say his real name. Okay, so when he gets to Matt, he's basically pitching to him. And he's like, look, dude, I know what I'm doing. I just don't have the dough. Is kind of what he's saying. He's like, look, I'll be a business partner in with you, Matt. However, you're gonna have to fund it and I'll do basically the footwork and I'll bring the deal to the table kind of deal. And when I say deal, guys, I'm talking about a big deal. He brings Matt this deal. It's a $10 million apartment complex that he wants to partner in on him. However, Grant wants to go in with owner financing, and Matt seems interested. So basically, we're gonna back up just a little bit. I'm a real estate investor myself. Let me explain in 10 seconds what's going on, okay? Instead of saying, hey, you have an apartment complex, I would like to buy it, here's some cash. I say, whoa. How much are you asking? You're asking $5 million? Okay, how about this? I'll give you $7 million and I will owner finance. So I'll collect all the rent still, right? And I'll pay you a monthly fee, but I'll pay you more ultimately, but it's all based off of the actual rent coming in. So I'm not coming out of my pocket, I'm using the tenant's money to pay you, but you're out of the picture. You don't have to worry about repairs, you don't have to worry about taxes, you don't have to worry about nothing, and I'm gonna give you an additional $2 million. but it's a good deal for them if they're still cash flowing because all that money is coming from the tenants in the first place. Okay, back to it. And when Grant's pitching Matt the other deals, Matt's like, dude, I don't know about this. And basically he's like, look, we need promotions, okay? And I kind of know something about real estate. So he basically is like, look, I like promotions, I like real estate. Let's kind of figure out something within those two or maybe both of them combined. And bam, just like that, Matt is on board. Now, we'll see what comes out with both of those deals, if promotions goes a little further or if that real estate thing actually takes off. Because in the first place, you have to get the seller to agree to sell it in the first place. However, we know that Grant is A, good at real estate, and B, good at promotion. So he's either gonna get both deals or one of them. So either way, he's got Matt on board, and this was the deal he needed if he has a chance of getting to that $1 million valuation. And guys, thank you so much for watching. Smash that like button if you got any valuable content whatsoever out of this. Anybody outside the United States doesn't get the privilege to watch this, so I make these videos for them, and I also do a breakdown as an entrepreneur. If you haven't already subscribed, consider subscribing and hit that notification bell, and I will see you on the next one.